Hey, look! Look up in the sky! What is that? Is that a bird? Is that a plane? Oh crap! Here comes your mom! Run!
Ah! She's a beautiful woman. Ah! Hi, everyone. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show, here on the Geeky Puppet Show. Today, for what? For Superman and Lois. It's episode 13 of season 2. And joining me, as always, to discuss it is, of course, the frog you all know and some of you love, Froggy.
Hello.
Hello. Well, there's some stuff to dig into here. We did not have it last week, and we're not going to have it next week, which is kind of depressing. But with this episode, we have exciting things happening. Because, well, while Allie Alston seems to be gone, they can't find her on Earth. Superman has to decide, okay, I can't find her, and the only other way is to go to Bizarro World. But Lois quickly puts the kibosh on that, saying, no, you should be here. You can't go back there. You're going to be weak. And now Allie Alston can drain powers. And, of course, she does have a point.
And this is why you don't talk to Lois, because you'll never get Superman to be able to do any Superman stuff.
Well, she's got a good point, though.
He never needed her opinion before to do things. That's one of the downsides of marriage. You're no longer independent anymore.
I suppose. I don't know. I'm not a married puppet.
I'm on my 16th wife.
I'm married to the job.
Well, the difference between humans is that all my lives we all live together.
That's bigamy, Frog.
Don't call me a bigot.
No, not a bigot, a bigamist.
There's no big mist here. It's clear day. There's no mist at all.
Oh, jeez. That's for another time. Getting back to the
it's all the time. I can't escape them.
There's quite a bit going on here because we have things all around. We have Natalie. Her dad's working on his suit. And she steps out for a little while, and he's trying to run some diagnostics to fix it up. But he uses Natalie's, what is it? Basically, her Siri, her virtual assistant.
Well, he says, like, you need to run the dice, and basically the Alexa ripoff says, which suit would you like to run tests on? He's like, what do you mean, what suit? And he finds out that she has a suit. He goes, confronts her, and yells at her, and says, like, and then he goes, like, she's like, well, I'm like, it's a difference between you and I. He's like, you're 15 years old. You'd be killing this. And he's like, you're going to destroy it. She's like, no, Dad, I only build things when she leaves. And then we get to see him with circle.
Your mother?
Yeah. And he goes to try to destroy the suit, but he can't because she covered it in a lacquer made from the green kryptonite. And she's like, what? She's like, she stole my stuff. As Natalie pointed out, she borrowed it.
Yeah. Also, we have, after that, they're able to work over their situations. And, well, he understands a little more. But that's going to come into the end game here.
Miranda, these aren't anything to do with Friday or Jarvis. Since he's pretty much what Alexa is. He doesn't do everything. It's not inside the suit.
Siri was doing it just a little bit before they had the Jarvis AI and Iron Man, I believe.
I do not have any ex-wives. That would imply that they are dead. Nope.
Yeah, that's why he's a bigamist.
I'm not any bigamist or small mist. What the heck are you talking about, mist? I don't like Sierra Mist.
Oh, no. Getting back on topic, though, we also have to deal with the fact that Jordan, he's supposed to be doing chores with Clark on the farm, and it's not like he's in trouble or anything.
Well, no, it's
But-
not. No, listen. He wanted to go talk to his the Lana Lang because he's upset because after Lois and Clark told him basically that they're not allowed to speak to their family whatsoever because Lana is Lana's wishes, and so he's upset about it because he's really in love with their daughter,
Sarah.
Sarah, and so as basically here comes Clark, because Clark is really upset about this because he hates seeing his boys suffer, and he goes up to basically he says yes, he says he's like, hey, we'll cheer up, guys, I got some chores planned out. You guys, I'm taking the whole day off. We got chores together, and he's like, yay, chores. Everybody's like, and he's like, what do you mean? He's like, when I was a kid, I was excited to to do stuff with my dad and stuff. Well, Jordan wasn't Jordan walked away, and it's cut to a scene where basically Clark's got and he's in the barn. He's got the tractor lift up with one hand, and Jonathan's doing all the maintenance on it, and they're talking stuff, and basically he's like, well, we'll get your brother. He's like, well, technically my brother is Jordan. He went to go talk to Lana. He left. And this is where, oh my gosh, I cannot stand Lana. She is a bitch. I mean, I used to not like Lois, but Lois is growing on me like a fungus. Can't escape it, but it's all right. It's not killing me yet. Lana does not want. She basically tells Jordan, it's like, I don't care if you love her. It's like she jumped you. It's like he says only because I couldn't tell her my freaking powers and all that stuff. Couldn't tell her my secret and all. So it's not fair to hit. It's not fair. And she's like, well, and she just gives a little lip and and then he leaves, and then she feels bad about herself, but she doesn't do anything about it. She just kind of like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, but oh well.
No. Instead, she gets some self-affirmation from what's his name?
Her separated or estranged husband,
Kyle.
Because before this, Jordan even talked to her at her office. She was sitting at the kitchen table and talking to her daughter, listened to the song, and she found out that her daughter was actually on YouTube, and she sang, and then she recognizes the bar. She gets real pissy.
Because that's where Kyle cheated on her.
Not at the bar. It's just where they laid to work. And you know what? That has nothing to do with the bar's fault.
Yeah.
And anyway, I
love that bar. It's my kind of place. I could imagine walking through the front door with a big old smile on my face.
Also, Marania, I don't have any ex-wives. I'm not that lucky.
Oh gosh.
Getting back to it though. So she, after she had a hissy fit, kind of walked away and stuff. The Sarah went and told her dad, and she's like, "Oh, so now mom recognized the bar." He's like, "Well, you relax." But he basically told her, "Relax, baby girl. I'm gonna go talk to her, smooth things out." And he does. And this is where he gives her like, "Oh, Lana, I have no idea what's going on with you. I ain't judging you. If you did anything wrong, you probably did it for the right reasons because you're a good, honest person. I'm just saying like irony in this. He cheated on her, but he has no idea what secret she's keeping. So all he knows is he's like, well, how the fuck do I know she hasn't done anything bad? She's feeling guilty about. But regardless, so I just can't stand Lana anymore. It's just like, because even Jordan says like she tells Jordan it's not fair to her. It's like and it's like because the powers and all that stuff, and then she has to lie. And so I'm just thinking like, if I were Jordan, I'd be like, screw the adults. I'm just gonna go talk to her straight out. I guarantee you, if he told her, she would understand.
Yeah, she'd have some kind of understanding. You're right.
Because he said it's not fair to Sarah. She doesn't know.
But we have one final thing before we get to the last bit here. We see as Lois and her father decide they need to go after Lucy. They need to try to explain it to her, and they do.
And then we get the other stupid reporter girl. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
coming along. You can't. I'm into this. It's like it's a family thing. Why are you?
It's whatever.
So
It's fine.
so it's basically Sam Lane says, "Sure, you come along," and then he says, "Like, well, we're here now." And it's like, "We're gonna go inside," and she's like, I'm not gonna wait in the car." And Lois is like, "I'm surprised he even let you come this far." So basically told her, "Shut the hell up and sit in the car." And
A little bit.
yeah. I'm just and then of course this ends with after they try he handcuffs himself to Lucy and it says I'm not leaving. If Alex comes back, something's gonna happen, I'm gonna be here with you. I'm not leaving you. Your family. They have a heart to heart, the whole family. And then Lucy realized how much of a stupid idiot she's been.
Until
because Allie comes back and she basically took the device which signals Clark to come. And so Superman comes and she starts attacking Superman. But Lucy's dad, General Sam, or former General Sam Lane, runs up and then she starts stealing life force from him. And Lucy's like, "Stop! You're hurting him!" And I'm thinking, wow, see, this is what happens. You go to a freaking call and just ignore everything your family says because a stranger says she knows better.
Yep. And Superman then comes because
he basically his heart stops in this. Superman, Clark.
Yeah, Superman for a moment dies here because he is called by Lucy after that because she feels like she has to, and Allie just drains and drains and drains. He dies, but actually, what helps him is after she does that, after she drains that, she flies away, and she had to fight a little bit.
She only flies away after Steel daughter?
Natalie.
Yeah, the daughter of Steel. They both drive up. He basically tells her, he's like, here, you go help Lane, I'll deal with Allie. He goes to throw the hammer, but this time she stops the hammer and pushes it back at him, knocking him out. And she eventually leaves. And Natalie shows up, and she sees the reading zone saying that Superman is basically his heart stopped. She starts giving him CPR, electrochock, a defibrillator, basically. And when her dad finally arrives, he says, like, no, go full power. And she does it, and he gets his heart starting going. They take him to the DO. It's real later on that as they're waiting there, that they come out, is that Sam says, well, pretty much, he's fine for a normal human being because he's no longer Kryptonian. He has human cells.
Yeah, they read his normal cells. They're allowed to. They're able to take a blood sample. They're allowed to do all sorts of things.
I think that if they give him enough super sun exposure to sun, he'll probably get that.
It looks like in the teaser for the next episode that Superman is struggling, but he's able to get some of his abilities back. But it does not end there. There's one final thing.
Well, before all this, so we went all the way through the whole entire episode. There's one big thing we skipped over. It's a very happy moment, also scary moment. Jordan and Clark go to the Fortress of Solitude, and where Clark teaches Jordan how to fly.
Oh yeah, that's a nice little thing because he was trying to cheer him up after the talk with
because he overheard. Yep.
Yeah, with Lana. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, in fact, the other Lana. The Lana from the other world that was married to that version of Tao-Ro. She is assigned by Allie to go over to the other world.
And kill Superman.
Yeah. And Allie's going to be busy because she's trying to merge Bizarro world with our world.
Yes.
Dun dun
show
dun.
Her pulling. She's in the portal, pulling both worlds portals closer together. And back at the farm, basically Lois and General Sam and Natalie and her dad and stuff, and Henry and the boys, they all have a talk and explain what's going on. And basically says it's time for it says, what's his name? Not Lane, but Henry. He says it's time for everyone to step up. And he looks at Jordan. It's time for you to step up. We're going to see Superboy. Hope he gets a costume. And I hope he shaves his head or puts on glasses from now on, because he's going to have powers and fly around using his superpowers. He can't. He has to have a secret identity.
He's got to figure out something, but we're going to have to wait and see. But that's the end. I think it's a very good episode. I'm quite happy with it. It's certainly going to be better than The Flash.
What if they give Jordan a mask?
That would be weird.
And a haircut.
But we'll have to wait and see. We want to hear your thoughts, though. We've described this entire episode. Are you watching the show? If not, well, tell us why and what you thought of what you heard, and make sure to consider checking it out. It truly is a good show. It's a Superman show that we didn't think would be good, but here we are. We're 2 seasons in, and it's still solid. I'm quite happy with it. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. And check out the Ko-Fi if you can. But that's about it for us. We need to go ahead and get going. Go watch The Flash, because we have to review that later. So, from Froggy and myself, thank you so much for watching, and bye!
Remember, only you can stop forest fires.
Stop.